So I'm looking forward to the next game, one game at a time.
Jalen, from your perspective, Kristaps Porzingis, I mean, what he did tonight, especially coming off of Game 2, I mean, he outscored his point total in the first 5 minutes of that first quarter. What did you see out of him just out of the gate in terms of his focus? And what do you think was the difference compared to what we saw in Game 2?
Just being aggressive. I don't think he was looking for calls, especially being on the road. I think he was just, embracing that, physicality of the game, and he came out with that mindset, and that's what we need him to do every night.
Jalen, you said mindset. What is the principal difference between last year's mindset and this year? Thank you.
Last year is last year. Now we're here and we're in 2024. We got a new team, and we learn from our experiences. And now's the time to show it. The whole world is watching, so I think we're excited. We're excited to embrace every step of the journey and just taking it one game at a time.
Peyton's had a few games where he just comes in there and just kind of changes the whole tempo of the game on both ends. Kind of had that. You could see he just kind of had it in him tonight where he just wanted to be super aggressive and get under their skin. Just how did he do that tonight?
Yeah, Peyton, his energy has been fantastic for us all year. Him, just making shots, him making plays, him getting on the glass. Peyton is a dog, so we look forward to him being able to make those plays down the line in the playoffs. But he did a great job tonight.
Jen, you mentioned no dare shots. You mentioned these are all NBA players who can make open shots. What was the process like over these couple of days where you guys decided there would be kind of a little bit of a change in scheme and kind of an agreement that this is what this game needed from you guys?
Yeah, I think it's good. Any given night, teams can come out and hit a plethora of shots. They had a record-breaking night the other day, but we don't panic. We watched the film, we broke it down, seeing where we can make some improvements, and we come out and we execute. And I thought that's what we did tonight. But it calls for that. Everything ain't gonna go and be perfect. We just got to make sure that we stay together and we keep learning from our mistakes in real time and executing down the stretch.
Jalen, what was Joe like the last couple of days? Obviously, it's a big game. And what was he like in terms of his mannerisms and knowing that adjustments need to be made after Game 2?
I didn't notice a difference, from Joe. I think that, once we seen the game, we didn't overreact. I thought Miami played incredibly well in Game 2. They shot the hell out of it. I thought we, executed our game plan. It's just that Miami had a really good game. And tonight, we wanted to come out and make it a little bit more uncomfortable. But it wasn't a lot of adjustments that were made. We just got to come out and make sure we're the harder playing team. We take away some of the stuff that they got easy and then just play basketball from there.
MGM, Remix Sports Media. Jalen, you guys were in sync offensively all night, and you guys moved the ball exceptionally well. As one of the leaders of this team, what were your messages in that huddle, to keep that going on the course of this game?
Yes, sir. Make the right play. This is what, we've been working hard for our whole season. So, these moments, just breathe, relax, see the game, trust your teammates, trust each other, and just come out and do what we've been doing. It's just us against the world, and we got each other's back.
Next to the podium, LL Cool J, also known as Tyler Herro.
Is there adjustments to the adjustments and then readjustments? What did you see different from them defensively that sort of changed the look from you tonight from what we saw on Wednesday night?
I thought they picked up the pressure, tried to speed us up, take us out of our offense, extend our catches. And I thought they did a good job of that. Especially in that first half, we were moving too fast and not taking our time. It wasn't the same offensive outlook that we had in the second game of this series.
Specifically against you, though, they've been showing so much kind of help toward you whenever you kind of get close to the paint. What did they do differently toward you, maybe to limit your playmaking, or did that change the way you played in Game 2?
Yeah. They're still protecting the paint. It felt like, they did a couple of different adjustments, when Drew wasn't guarding me, just randomly coming over and picking up the ball, making the ball get out of my hands. But, we have a bunch of guys on this team that can continue to hurt. them from three or driving. And it feels like we watch the film and we can figure out a way to generate those 3-point looks with the defense that they're playing.
When you're looking at a team like Boston, obviously the record says what they are, but do you feel like it's almost like you need to have a near perfect sort of start to the game? Because I think you guys had 10 points off of those turnovers that they capitalized on. Do you feel like that needs to be cleaned up to sort of start?
Yeah, our starts have definitely hurt us. I thought in the first game, game one obviously started with the offensive rebound that set the tone, and then tonight, there was a couple different, times the ball was in the air on the floor that we didn't at least put the right effort to come up with those. And obviously they crashed the glass a little harder. They sent 4 guys. And when a team like that sees that they we have a weakness of not boxing out, they're going to continue to do that, and that kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game. So, definitely getting off to better starts, and I think it starts with when the ball's in the air and the ball's on the floor, we have to come up with those, because that's a big tone setter throughout this series.
You still took 9 threes, but as a team you guys took 28. Did the adjustments that Boston made, especially with closeouts and how much they're helping, did it feel like that the other guys on the team that had made so many threes in game 2 had kind of earned the respect of the defense at that point?
I don't think so. Honestly, I think those shots are still there. If you listen to what they've been talking about, it's all they thought they had good enough